Gronkowski ready to get us started. And off we team. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. Nice move at the 40. And a nip all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Hey, let's go!
Vick operating on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on any.
They'll run with a backup. 9 yards sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. The fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. Wow, what a gutsy call. If you're the defense, opening drive, you just got the stop, or at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field for more.
It had the feel of something that they had planned for a whole week long. Hey, first drive of the game, let's be aggressive, let's go get them. And now defensively, they've got to be writing notes to themselves. In practice, work on fake punts right out of the gate because that was really unexpected. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers that we make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Tress Way now. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Well, you want to talk about catching the defense off guard. Opening drive, fake punt. They got it.
That had the total feel something that was scripted.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he's got room. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Michael Vick, 35 yards. And the Bears are in for 6. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz now on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Lawrence Taylor in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One of the most revered Raiders of all time, Tim Brown, but his first grab of the game.
So many impressive games back in the day and an impressive record that he holds. 10 consecutive seasons of 75 receptions or more in NFL record. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wentz. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Yeah, Sanders now to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. Tim Brown and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. And you look at the numbers, not only has he not caught a pass, they haven't targeted him yet, and we're coming up toward halftime.
And you remember our meeting with the coach beforehand? What did he tell us about him? I write his number on my play sheet, and I circle it in bold type because I want to make sure he gets the ball and often.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A first down throw coming for Vick. He's going to fire one deep over into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dontari Poe getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Underneath to Allen. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got his man complete. It's Tim Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They go play action here on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And his first carry, he loses the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
On first and goal, Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. It's time for our players' spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Third quarter starts with a run from Lynch. And he stopped immediately there. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run with Allen. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Wentz on third down. He's going deep for Brown. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Second down, Vick. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On third down, it's Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on third down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Spinning away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Allen. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Now Sanders. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And that will come the offense as they take over. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Williams trucks over him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
I think it's pretty easy to say this is a ginormous 3rd down opportunity here for the defense. And I'm just going to tell you, Brandon, from my experiences, what you're saying in the huddle to each other is all the...
And look at this, another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Oh, that's something. You and I could sit here and probably do games for a couple more decades and not see that again.
And I certainly hope we are here for a couple more decades. But you're exactly right. When will we see that again? Because I don't think we've seen it before.
This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time."
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Hey, let's go! I-20! I-20! 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Yeah, give me traps, let's go!
This is Howard on second down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down, this is Howard. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0, Zilch, Nada.